So this is a Coachman Pastiche 520. Just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll take you through these in person here on site. In the front locker, you've got your two gas bottle tie downs where you can carry a maximum of two 6kg propane gas bottles at any point on board the van. You've then got your gas regulator on the bulkhead with the gas pipe work coming round to the regulator. Oh, to the bottle, sorry. Going down the side of the van, you've got your Aldi heating and hot water flow. We'll demonstrate that once we go inside the caravan, how that operates. You've then got your wind down legs on either side at the front of the caravan, and there's two more on the rear of the caravan also. You've then got your water pump connection, which very simply disconnects by pulling back the trigger and pushing into the side of the van. Pickup pipe drops down inside the aqua roll, and it needs to be fully submerged in water prior to turning the water pump on. Battery box, you've got your mains power lead coming into the van, and you've got your battery on the side of the van. 12 volt power will come from the battery, and then your mains power will come from the mains power lead coming to the caravan. Motor mover and wheel nuts, will demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque wheel nuts to the correct setting. Two grey waste pipes coming out the side of the van. You've got your two grey waste pipes that will drop down inside the waste master. So that's the fresh water that's been in the front of the van once it's been through the sinks and the shower on board the caravan. Coming to the back of the caravan, you've got your toilet flush tank. You need to fill this with 3.5 litres of water and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to using the toilet system. Then in the bottom, you've got your toilet waste cassette, which you release by pulling up the orange handle and pulling the cassette towards you. The grey neck on the front turns out 90 degrees, so you can tip the waste away. And on the back of the cassette, there's an orange pressure relief button, so when you are tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. You'll need to put 1 litre of water in this cassette and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. Coming around the door side of the caravan, coming down the side of the van, you've got your two fridge vents. Two fridge vents are very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. You've then got your 3-pin socket so you can have power out, barbecue gas point so you can have power out to your awning. And then you've got your storage locker for underneath the front seating area here and the last wind down leg. Coming on to the inside of the caravan now. As we come into the caravan, above the door, as you come into the caravan, you've got your master power switch just here, telling you how much power, so you can turn on the power inside of the caravan. You've got your voltmeter, telling you how much power you've got coming into the battery on board the caravan, or how much battery is in that battery on board the caravan. You've then got your internal lighting on and off, and then you've got your awning light for the outside of the caravan also. First thing you're going to need to do is fill the water system up on board the caravan once you've got the mains power turned on. You're going to come underneath the seat on the front right hand side, down in the front corner here, and you'll find two drain down valves. You're going to find two yellow valves. Both of these valves need to be flat with the floor prior to filling the water system up, and upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat to drain the water system down. So once them two valves are flat with the floor, you can come over to every tap on board the caravan and open all the taps up on the hot side of the water system. Once them taps are turned on the hot side of the water system, you're going to turn the water pump on this switch above the door. So the red light is showing, and that means the water pump is running. Once the water system's full, you can shut all of the taps back off, and then you can start thinking about warming the water on board the van. One thing you're going to need to check is actually once you've filled the water system up and you've got your mains power connected, is that you've actually got mains power coming into the van. Little way of testing that. So when you hit the test switch just here, and this switch drops down, as you can see here, it means you have mains power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. If they stay in the up position when you hit the test switch, it means you have no mains power coming to the caravan itself from the site you are on. Down the bottom here, you've got your charger, your heater boiler, your sockets, and they're all individual strip switches for the 240 system. At the bottom, you've got your fuses for anything 12 volt on board the caravan, and each of these is individually marked along the bottom, and then the fuses along the top here, or what size fuse they should be. So once you've checked you've got mains power coming to the van, and you have got mains power coming in, you can come over to your Aldi heating and hot water control panel. You can turn the control panel on just here. The control panel will wake up. So you can press menu, and at the top here you've got your room temperature caravan. So you've got minus or plus for the room temperature. Below that then you've got your water temperature. So you've got hot water off, hot water on when this bar's halfway up, and hot water boost when this bar's completely full. So hot water off when empty, and then full boost, and halfway up is hot water on. The heating will be turned off when it is actually at 5 degrees. So I'm just going to turn that down for now, as we don't need it on today. Then below that, you've got the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So you've got a mains power off, 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts. And this only relates to the power coming to the heating and hot water system, not the 240 power to your plugs, for instance, just here, or your fridge. So you select the correct amount of power, and it will depend on what caravan site you're on to what you select this power source to be. So if you're not sure what to set this to, I do advise you ask your site's office when you arrive on your holiday. Down in the bottom left-hand side here, you've got the option to run gas for your heating and hot water. You can hit the gas button. It will self-ignite on gas, and once it's ignited on gas, this green light will stay lit here. And if it fails to ignite, it will come up with 2 exclamation marks on either side of the screen and gas fail across the centre. You've then got your advanced settings in this control panel on the right-hand side here, with these 2 buttons on the right-hand side. For these, we do advise you read the manual fully that comes with the caravan prior to trying to operate them. If you're not sure how to use these, then we do advise you leave these alone. But like I said, you have got heating and hot water programs in there as well, so you can set the timers to come on should you wish to. If you wish to turn off the control panel, press the power button on the bottom left hand side and it will isolate the power going to the control panel. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much the same as your household appliances. However, you do need to remember, if you have no 240 mains coming into the caravan, then you'll have no 240 mains to the electric ring on the back here. And you'll have no 240 mains to the microwave either. On the front of the cooker, you have got your igniter, and that will run off the gas in the front locker itself. Coming over to the fridge now. To operate the fridge, you're going to press the power button on the left hand side here. Turn the fridge on. And you will have, first of all, you'll have your mains power. So when this is solid here, it means that the power is on and the 240 volt fridge is running. Press and hold the central button and you can select the 240 mode, and when the lights on this side start flashing, you can actually adjust the temperature of the fridge, as you can see here. To change the power source, again, you'll press and hold the grey button in the centre here. And we'll go across to gas next. So you've got the gas option. Hit the central button, then select your temperature of your fridge, what you want the temperature to cool at. So if you want it to be fully cold, then you have it all the way up to the top again. Hit your grey button again to set, and then the fridge will self-ignite on gas. If it fails to ignite on gas, it's actually going to flash the flame symbol to indicate it has failed to ignite. If you want to use 12 volt to power the fridge, you can also do that. However, it is not the 12 volt supply from the caravan, sorry. It is the 12 volt supply from the vehicle you are towing with. So if you don't have 12 volt power coming to the caravan from the car you're towing with, you will have no cool box as you are travelling down the road. Now, if you don't have the right connection on the back of your car, then again, the fridge will not operate as a cool box. It will just essentially flash as it is doing now. If that connection isn't right or isn't wired up correctly, then like I said, or you haven't got the right connection on the car, it will not operate as a cool box. To turn the fridge off, you'll press and hold the power button on the left hand side here, and it will turn the fridge back off. Coming into the bathroom now, and the last thing we go through on the inside of the caravan is the toilet system itself. So on the toilet, you have an electric flush on top here. You have a toilet full indicator light that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself actually turns for your convenience, as you can see. However, when you are removing the toilet waste cassette from the side of the caravan, you need to make sure this toilet is in the straight on position again. Below the toilet, you have the grey waste handle. You need to have this pushed around into the right hand position or against the wall to allow the toilet waste into the cassette, and then into closed position when you're not using the toilet. If it is in the closed position, then you will be able to remove that cassette, like I said, but if it is open, you will damage the toilet waste cassette if you manage to remove it. You've then got your towel rail at the side here, and now this does hold a lot of heat, so if you have got children in the caravan, please bear that in mind, and please try and keep their hands away from it, because when it is on, or after it's been on for a while, like I said, it does hold the heat for quite a while. Last thing I'm going to show you is the motor mover on the outside of the caravan. So in the box here, you'll find the motor mover controller. I'll take it to the outside of the van and show you how that operates. So to operate the motor mover, you need to come into this locker on the side of the van. You've got your power switch, you put it in place and turn the power switch 90 degrees. You then need to turn on the controller by double tapping the power button at the bottom here, and the controller will light up. Once it goes blue in the centre here, you're ready to go. And you need to engage the motor mover against the wheels by pressing these two top buttons. And as you'll see, the mover will then engage against the wheel. Once you've got it fully engaged against the wheel, so like I said, you hold down these two buttons, and once it's fully engaged, it will stop itself. You can then come to the front of the caravan and release the handbrake. And once you've released the handbrake, you'll have forwards, backwards, you'll have turn, and the same at the rear of the caravan. To disengage the motor mover, you'll pull the handbrake back on. You'll then press the two off buttons at the bottom here. Continue to hold those until the motor mover has fully disengaged. So once it bleeps to tell you it's fully disengaged, you can then release the two buttons on the controller, turn the power back off on the controller, and isolate the power in the side locker here. Once you remove the key, that is the power isolated, and it will not draw any power from the battery on board the caravan. So that is the Coachman Pastiche 520. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.